Hey guys, how are you doing? Furo here, and today we have a kind of a little blog, a little talking session. I can finally share with you the results of the survey I did, plus we are doing some sort of future plans, so what the survey means to the future of the channel, to the future of my streaming possibilities, and I'm also talking a bit of Gwent, because there is a Gwent tournament coming. So these are the points that we are discussing today. I really like to thank you all for taking part in the survey. If you are not familiar with the survey, I did a video 1 or 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure. But I asked you guys about what you like about the stream, what you want to see on stream, stuff like that. So general stuff about my streaming path right now. There were a lot of survey responses. We got exactly 100, so that's way more than I was expecting, so really thank you for that, really grateful for that. And because I asked you stuff, I want to give you the chance to ask me stuff back. So we will do a little question and answer video in the future. If you have questions for me, if you want to ask me anything, you can do that. Just use the hashtag AskFuro in the comment section on YouTube or on Twitter. You can also do that there, and then I will gather all the feedback, all the questions you have, and then I will make a question and answer video in the future if there is enough demand for that. So if you want to see some answers to your questions, just hit questions in the comment section. I will definitely happily answer them. Then let's talk a bit about this survey. So the overwhelming majority of your responses were very kind, very cute indeed, and overwhelming positive, so that's really great, especially when you consider when I, for example, upload stuff on Reddit and share the stuff there, I get instantly downvoted, so that's definitely exhausting. So really motivating to see so many responses, so many positive responses. So let me just guide you through a bit. In general, the majority of you is happy with the streams, so you're interested in the streams. You are liking the stuff that I'm doing, you're liking the time the stream is happening in general. Of course, there are some times if you live in America, if you live in Australia or Brazil. I have a lot of fans from Brazil, so viewers from Brazil or from Australia. Then the time zone is definitely not optimal, but I can't really stream in the middle of the night, so unfortunately that is not happening. But the majority of you is happy with the time that I'm streaming, so I will keep that. Also, the dates is alright. So I'm currently, if you're not familiar with that, I'm streaming on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So 4 days per week. And normally I'm starting at 7 p.m. In Euro time. So that is Greenwich, I'm not sure how it's called, Greenwich time +1, something like that. So at 7 p.m., which is normally then midday for you if you live in America. So way earlier, but I can't really change that. Otherwise, I need to stream in the middle of the night, so that's definitely not happening. I need my sleep. But other than that, you were happy with the time, and you wanted to see another thing that I unfortunately can't do. So many of you like the weekdays, but a majority of you want to see me streaming on weekend. I'm currently only streaming on Sunday. So from time to time, I'm streaming on Friday or on Saturday. But that's only happening if I have free time. Normally these are my days off, so I can't stream on those days. If I find some time on Friday and Saturday, I will do a stream, that's for sure, but that's only a special stream, so I can't stream every Friday, every Saturday. That's unfortunately not happening. But we are definitely keeping the Sunday time slot. That is staying for sure. So there is 1 day on the weekend that I will stream. The other 2 days, if you consider Friday as a weekend as well, and the other 2 days are off. So normally no Friday, no Saturday stream. From time to time there is, but Sunday is always a stream. Also, you guys prefer the shorter, more frequent streams that I'm doing right now. Otherwise, the other option would be longer streams, so 6 to 8 hours. Right now I'm streaming 3 to 4 hours in general. But if I'm doing longer streams with 6 to 8 hours, then I could only do 2 to 3 times per week on average. So you guys prefer the shorter streams that I can do then 4 to 5 times per week. And that was really a majority, 80% prefer that. So I'm definitely staying that way right now. If streaming is improving, if I can get more viewers, then I would do a shift from YouTube to streaming more. So I'm still doing YouTube videos. Don't think that I'm not doing that. But I would then do more streaming on average. So then I would stream 4 to 5 times per week and then 6 to 8 hours maybe. So that's only happening if the viewers are increasing. Right now, not looking that way, but it's slowly getting better. So we might get there to a point where I have enough viewers where I can stream more frequently and longer, because then the viewers are supporting me, just like on YouTube. So right now I'm making my money with videos and content producing, so I need to have a look out for that as well. I can't just stream for fun 8 hours per day and not gaining anything. So I'm still doing it for fun, because card games are fun, streaming is fun, but if I'm not gaining anything, then unfortunately I can't just stream 8 hours per day. And here we are coming to a difficult point, because I was also asking you if you get notified when I'm streaming live on YouTube. And the results for that were pretty underwhelming, because only 50% of you are getting notified. So that leaves another 50% that are not getting notified. That is a super low number and really not good for YouTube. So the notification system for Twitch is way better. They are way consistent in getting you notified if you are allowing that. And they have changed also their requirements for a Twitch partnership application in the last couple of weeks. So it was before the change, you needed, I guess, 500 congruent viewers on your channel for a longer period of time to get partnered. They now changed it that you need just a growing community and an active chat to get partnered. And that's why I'm currently, since last week, I'm right now just streaming on Twitch. So if you want to see me right now live streaming, you need to go to Twitch. I'm doing that because I really want to get partnered for Twitch, and I want to have the chat more active. So I like to concentrate the streaming to only one platform. So if you are watching me before on YouTube, if you've watched me on YouTube, you now need to watch me on Twitch, because I'm not very happy to see that the notification system is not working. Plus, a concentrated chat and activity on one platform might be more useful both for me as a streamer and you as a viewer. So there's more engagement, more people that are active in chat. I hope so, at least. And the streams that I have done so far on Twitch alone were definitely more active than when I was splitting my platform. So before I had users on Twitch and I had users on YouTube, and then I had some chat messages on Twitch, so a few, then a few on YouTube. YouTube was generally more active, but there were also always a bit of confusion where the message is coming from. So some people were not understanding that I was also streaming on another platform. And if I concentrate everything on one platform, then it is better for the chat engagement, for the viewer engagement, and I have a higher chance to get the Twitch partnership. Right now the problem with YouTube is, as a streaming platform, that the audience is way smaller, so the potential to grow is also smaller. There's also less competition, that's for sure, but Twitch as a streaming platform is way bigger, so I should be able to grow there more. And I hope that you are still joining me on Twitch as well. YouTube is a great platform for videos, but right now for streaming, it's unfortunately not very competitive. And the biggest Hearthstone streams, for example, on Twitch are multiple thousands big, while if you look at the YouTube streams, the biggest ones are 100-200, and that's it. So way smaller, and that's why right now I'm just streaming for the next couple of days and weeks. I will just try to stream on Twitch alone, but I will always upload a video on YouTube to inform you that I'm streaming on Twitch right now. There should also be a small pop-up somewhere here at the bottom left. There should be normally a pop-up that I'm streaming on Twitch. Right now that seems to be not working, so that's why I'm also doing videos for that. So that will always inform you that I'm streaming. The times of streams are the same like usual. So if you're familiar with the times, then just head over to Twitch. Would also be nice if you are following me there, so you're definitely getting notified there, despite the YouTube notification system that is not working that great. So if you're following me on Twitch, you'll definitely get a notification, and you can also use the chat there. You can follow me, you can talk to me just like on YouTube. So it's not a big deal. The registration is only a few minutes time, and then you can chat and watch me as usual. You can also watch me, of course, without an account, but an account is better, so we can talk together. I hope that that makes sense to you guys, and I'm really sorry if you're just interested in watching me on YouTube Gaming, on the streaming platform there, but I also need to look at my grow, and right now YouTube is unfortunately not that big for streaming. For videos it's definitely bigger than Twitch, of course. You can also upload videos on Twitch nowadays, which I'm usually also doing, so you could potentially view my videos on Twitch as well. I'm also uploading everything normally that I'm uploading on YouTube on Twitch as well. Next up, there was a question about what games are you interested in seeing on stream. This one was pretty interesting. I was expecting that Hearthstone would be the number one, and that was definitely the case, so with a huge advantage over the second place. Over 80% of the viewers want to see Hearthstone on stream, so Hearthstone is definitely a big part of the stream schedule in the future. But I also need to check out smaller games, because in the smaller games there is less competition. Right now if I stream Hearthstone, there are so more channels before me in the list, so if you want to see me you have to scroll down quite a lot, while the top guys have multiple thousand viewers. I'm somewhere in the 50 on Twitch, 50 viewers, around that, sometimes 70, sometimes 80, but nothing higher normally. So if you want to see me then, if you want to search for me, you need to go a lot down to the bottom, and that's hard then to find me. If I stream other games, then I'm nearly at the top most often. And then, so let's see the other games that we found here. So are you interested in the second game? Second place is surprisingly the Elder Scrolls Legends. So that was coming to a surprise for me, because when I started the survey, the game was not fully launched. It is now fully launched. You can download the game on the Bethesda launcher. It's fully launched. It's getting a mini expansion, getting an iPad release in next week it is, so in a couple of days. And more stuff is coming for that. But when the survey started, that was not happening, but there is still great fan base on my channel. So that is super surprising for me. And definitely I'm doing more Elder Scrolls Legends. I did Elder Scrolls Legends the whole last week, streaming that. So I hope you've enjoyed that. But second place, surprising, the Elder Scrolls Legends. But third place is not so surprising. It is Gwent. So Gwent is a new card game made by CG Projekt Red, the guys that did The Witcher, Witcher 3, Witcher 2, Witcher 1, stuff like that. They're doing Cyberpunk 2077 in a couple of years when that is coming out. But Gwent is a new card game, pretty huge. It's already more successful than the Elder Scrolls Legends. Also, Gwent is in closed beta, so you're not allowed to play that without a key. Also, it is pretty easy to get a key, so don't worry about that. If you are interested in the game, you can just get a key kinda easily in just a couple of days waiting time, or you're buying that with for €1, I guess it is. Also not expensive, and it should be getting super huge when that is launching in open beta, and could be potentially behind Hearthstone the second place worldwide. So I'm pretty pumped for that, pretty excited, and I would assume that that is getting pretty big, and that's why I'm definitely doing more Gwent in the future as well. I'm also doing Gwent right now, publishing decks for that, streaming Gwent, but that might be becoming a bigger part of the channel as well. Okay, then we have place 4, and that is the new releases. So you want to see me playing new games as well, AAA, new indie titles, stuff that I'm currently only doing as a no commentary walkthrough on my channel, because normally I don't like to hear other people's talking over games. So for card games it's okay, then you are learning stuff. But if I watch videos for new games, I really don't like to hear people talking over it, screaming around, stuff like that. But we might do new releases here and there on the stream as well. I have to see what games will fit that, because the AAA games might be too beefy for my computer. If I record, stream and play at the same time, the CPU is getting quite overloaded, so I'm not sure if that is working. Then the game might either lag, or I need to shut down some of the settings. So I have to check that out if that is working. Anyway, so place 5, we will also talk about the 5th place, which is Shadowverse, the Japanese, you can say Hearthstone-esque game, which is pretty popular in the Asian market. Not so in the West, but it's growing quite a lot. They did 7 million downloads 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. And 1 week ago there was already the 8 million download promotion. So the game is ramping up even in the West quite a lot and is getting bigger and bigger. Already was half as big as Hearthstone was last year. So you can expect to see Shadowverse grow a lot more, and also Shadowverse will be a big part of the channel in the future ongoing. So don't be scared about that. It is coming, more is coming. I'm not forgetting the game. The rest was Eternal on the 6th place, retro games on 7th, and specific titles the least, and that was just Pokemon Neo. I should play Wild more, famous indie games, and For Honor. So that's more or less all in the new releases and retro games category. So nothing too unusual there. And last but not least, I gave you the option to give me feedback or suggestions in the small comment field. And there was really kind words, guys. Really thank you for that. And some unusual stuff here. For example, more variety in my games would lead to more viewers. That's unfortunately not true, because if you are just playing one game, that is normally more successful for most of the streamers out there. There are some streamers that can play any game, just like Lyric he's called, right? That's one of the biggest Twitch streamers. He can play any game and the people are watching him. But normally, if you are just concentrating on one game, you will be more successful. And if you're then changing the game, you can, for example, watch Kriparian if he's playing Hearthstone and then he's playing another game, his viewership is dropping. Depending on the personality and the streamer, the viewership is dropping a lot. So Amas, for example, if he's playing other card games, his viewership is down to 70-80%. So he then has only a fraction of his normal audience if he's not streaming Hearthstone. So it is better to just concentrate on 1-2 games. And that will be most likely in the future for my channel, Hearthstone, Gwent and the Elder Scrolls Legends. So these 3 games will be the one that I'm streaming the most. But there will be some special games between them, maybe some new releases, we will see about that. Maybe Shadowverse in between, or we will see. There's definitely more coming. And then what else was there? There was one more comment, let me check that. Yeah, he was someone who wanted to see Farrier and Duelist. I have to say that I played both games, especially Duelist, a lot in the past. Farrier is unfortunately not that big and it's a bit slow, so I don't like to stream that often. It's not too exciting to watch, in my opinion. It's a good game, but too slow to watch and some would say too boring. Live Coach, for example, was also streaming the game a lot when that was still in beta, but his viewerships at that time were around 200, and nowadays if he's playing Gwent, for example, he has nearly 2,000 viewers. So it's a huge difference between those games, so Farrier is not happening. Duelist, on the other hand, I would have streamed that and I would have made more videos for that, but unfortunately the guys that made Duelist, which is Counterplay Games. So the guys that made Duelist, called Counterplay Games, I wrote them 2 or 3 times some emails and asking them about the game and support, for example, for streams, and I got 0 responses. So if the guys are not even willing to talk to me or answer my questions saying no, we are not supporting you, then I'm also not willing to support them and giving them videos, stream the game, because the game is not that heavily watched on Twitch or on YouTube. So promotion would be nice for them, but if they're not even interesting or willing to answer me, then seriously, I don't see a reason to support the game any longer. Also not playing that anymore because they changed quite a lot since the beta. They made it more Hearthstone-like. They added hero power, stuff like that, and nowadays it's more of an RNG fest. It was more tactical when the game first launched, but nowadays it's not that great anymore. So I'm not seeing a reason to play that anymore, and I have more or less stopped to play it, unfortunately. I still think it's a good game. I like the art style, despite many people not liking it, but I like that. But I will not stream that game anymore or do videos for that. If people are not willing to talk to me even, then I don't see a reason for that. On the other hand, you have companies like CD Projekt Red or Cygames, which are doing the Shadowburst game. These people, if you are asking them stuff, if you are giving feedback, suggestions, they are willing to answer you, they are happily taking your feedback and helping you out. So that's a huge difference. And with such companies, I really like to promote them, really like to promote the games if they are willing to hear my suggestions. So that's a huge difference to counterplay games, and that's why we are not doing Duelist. Anyway, that's more or less of the survey, and I just wanted to give you a small overview over the survey, over the results. So that means for the future, I will keep the streaming time, I will keep the streaming schedule, but I will right now just stream on Twitch. So that's a huge difference from before, where I was streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. I hope you understand my reasons for that. And if you want to watch me, so please head over then to Twitch and follow me there. The stream is the same. So also you have Kappa there, so please follow. If you're not interested in a Twitch stream, then of course that's alright. I'm not forcing you to follow me, but it would be nice to see you again on stream. So that would make me happy, and hope that it would make you happy. It's really not a big step to register on Twitch, and you can even follow me or watch me without registering. So that's it for the streaming survey, and I now just wanted to talk to you about a different topic, and that is a new tournament for Gwent that was just announced recently, a few days ago, and that is the first official Gwent tournament ever. So it is the Gwent Challenger tournament, which has a main event prize pool of $100,000, so quite huge. And because I'm nearly at the points I needed where I can take part in the tournament, I will play more Gwent the next week, because the cut for the points you need to have to take part in the qualifier tournament is on the 22nd. So right now I place around 1k in the leaderboard. To take part in the qualifier tournament, I have to be at around 500 to 600 in the leaderboard, so I'm not missing that many points to get there. That means I will definitely play more Gwent in the next week. Then we have the qualifier tournament early in April, and you have 256 players invited from each division, so there are 2 divisions, and the top 2 of the players will then play from each division, will then play in Poland against 4 pro players, which includes Life Coach, Trump, PBT and Noxious. And then you will play against these 4 pro players for $100K. So that's really exciting. I haven't played in the tournament in a long time. I used to play a lot when I played paper card games, so like Magic, Duel Masters, Yu-Gi-Oh!, stuff like that. I played a lot of tournaments there. So I'm excited to try that, to take part in the qualifier, because I'm not missing that many points. I will definitely try to take part, and if I do, if I go to the tournament, you can then see me live on stream, so that would be pretty exciting, I would say. And then taking out Trump, that would be my dream. So you can expect me to play more Gwent next week, probably then also just streaming Gwent. Haven't decided yet. Otherwise I will play off stream. I will see about that, how that is going. And if I'm taking part in the tournament and my results, I will definitely keep you informed. So hopefully that is working out well, and that I can take part in the qualifier, and then maybe with a little luck, I mean there's still 255 players that I need to beat, then I can take part in the big tournament as well. That would be really amazing. So I hope that is working out for me, and you should cross your fingers for me then. Oh, and that's then basically it for today's video. I hope it was helpful for you if you were interested in the server results, and that you get a little information about my future, the streaming schedule, stuff like that. If you want to see more talking videos, just post that in the feature section, in the comment section. And don't forget to use the hashtag AskFuro if you have any questions about myself, about card games, about decks. You can ask me anything, and I will do a question and answer video in the future if there is enough demand. So guys, see you then in the next video, and have a nice weekend.